What is up, guys? Welcome back to yet another brand new Major Bin Gaming video. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day as always. Now, today we are testing AI Limit. Now, you might think, well, why are we testing this? And that is because this is actually one of the games that was kind of funded and helped by Sony. So it's the China Hero project. If you'd like to look up that, it is something with Sony that is essentially they support and mentor in terms of developers in China. So this is something that's really interesting. So it's actually a game that's come from that. And it's not PlayStation 5 Pro patched yet. Maybe it will be in the future or something, but I just want to test it and run it and see what the first impressions are going to actually be like of the game. But before we get into that, please consider liking and subscribing if you are new here to the channel. So this is AI Limit. This is what it looks like here. Let us jump into the game and have a look. Now, from first impressions, I'm going to bring up my frame rate counter on my monitor actually, because I like to have it there just to see and let you know if there's any sort of like drastic drops or anything like that. I don't expect there to be anything too demanding in this game. It's really not the best looking game by any means. But to jump into the settings, graphical settings, you've got a VSync option. If I turn that off, let's just see what actually happens there. Let's confirm that. I expect a few little bugs and problems with this game since it is a much smaller studio. Turning off VSync does add a bit of screen tearing actually, seemingly, so I'm going to keep that on because it just doesn't look very good with VSync off. So let's confirm that. Display settings is the usual standard stuff that you would expect, and there's no graphical details, no performance or quality mode. It is just one mode and it's 60 frames per second. Now, I'm not sure on the resolution at the time of me recording this video. You have to remember I record these sometimes earlier than you actually see them. So there is no like details online about the graphics or fidelity of this game. So yeah, that's something to note. I don't know what that 70% graph is. I'm gonna have a look into that. Hopefully we'll get some sort of tutorial. It's circle to run like the Elden Ring type game. So from what I understand, this is kind of like a bit of a Souls-like sort of game. From what I understand, but I don't know. I've not seen much about it, but it looks very interesting to me, and I wanted to try it. So that's the sync rate. Apparently represents the quality or quantity, sorry, of mud energy available to you. Sync rate reaches a maximum of 100%. Sync rate is categorized into multiple levels, which directly determine a blader's prowess in battle. Empty energy attacks deal much less damage. Okay, so I guess you want to keep that high. Yeah, let's figure it out anyway. Let's play the game. So we got 70. Does it go up when we attack? It does. So you don't want to get hit, basically. So can we hit this guy through the wall? We can. I'm very interested in this game. So obviously we've recently just had the first Berserker Kazan as well, which is another Souls-like game that I'm very interested in, but I'm interested to see what this one is actually going to be like. It's not had the best reviews so far. It's sort of like a 3.5 out of 5, so it's not like the highest review game, but I'm still interested in it. So Mud Ball, equip items to shortcut slots to use them quickly. Okay. A small amount of life over a certain duration. I guess that's a form of heal. Nice. Okay. Down we go. There's an item here for us to check. Extreme danger. Well, I'm gonna ignore that for now, and then we'll come back to the extreme danger route. Use rolls and dodges to avoid enemy attacks. So here we go. It is a Souls-like game at the end of the day. I believe anyway, as far as I'm aware, it is a Souls-like game, and I love that because I know people are probably fed up at these types of games, but I cannot get enough of them. The thrill and sort of like just experience you get from playing these games for me is just a lot. Like I just really enjoy it. Let's do a charge R2. Man, that was a big attack. Can you parry? Okay. I fully expect there to be a little bit more clunky combat in this game compared to others we've had. Wow. That actually killed me. Jesus. Okay. That was a lot of damage from that last attack. So let's try that again. Right. get used to it a little bit. It takes a little bit of time for sure. Do we have any... Do we get those heals back? I really hope we got those heals back. Are the enemies staying dead as well? Like, was there an... No, we picked up our blade at that point. Okay, no, they're not staying dead. That makes sense. Right, let's go through this again. We don't look like we're getting those mud ball heals back, so are we expected to do that in one go for this game? That's pretty crazy. I mean, I'll do it, like, of course, because I've played all the other Souls-like, so I know I'm going to be capable. It's just going to take a bit of time to adjust, but that's pretty crazy. I've only got one mud ball heal? That is really hard to, like, telegraph. That's a grab attack. Got him. Okay, we got him. We got him. That was pretty tough. A basic material for weapon enhancement. Okay, that is a weapon upgrade. Nice. Not too bad. Okay, we got him. So I don't know how the mud ball heals were. Like, I guess you just don't get any back, or you just find them throughout the world and then try not to use them because you're going to run out at some point. We're not even like picking them up off general mobs like I'd kind of expect to, but let's keep going a little bit and just see what like graphical changes happen. So upon acquiring a new weapon, you will learn its skill. L2 plus R1 to use weapon skill. Using weapon skill costs mud energy, resulting in a decrease in sync rate. When your sync rate is at level 2 or higher, your weapon skills receive a greater damage bonus. So yeah, you just want to keep those high basically, but you use them. So yeah, you gain them via attacking, but you kind of want to, like, let's try that again. So yeah, it does quite a lot more damage though. Okay. Mud ball times 2. I wonder how many you can actually hold of those things. Boom. Got him. I guess they're going to give you a fair amount of those. Just if you keep dying. Like, can you jump? There's no jump button either. Oh, he throws stuff? Okay. Yeah, so I'm actually interested in this so far. I think it looks pretty good. Like, I gotta say, it's like not a graphical showcase by any means, but I'm enjoying the gameplay loop. Like, it's already, you know, very much like a Souls-like game. You know, a bit, you know, sticks in well with the few that we do have, like Elden Ring, and obviously it's not like Elden Ring, but it's more like the Dark Souls game. It's going to be a very linear one, or Liza P, for example. But it's kind of got its own thing going, as it's a different style, isn't it, really? So that's pretty cool. And gameplay, it feels good. Like, if this is their first game that they've done, it's pretty impressive. Gotta say, like, there's going to be like little things to it that are going to be maybe a little bit more clunky and frustrating, but at the end of the day, it's still a, you know, for a first time game, if this is their first time game, or they've just had a bit of help from Sony or whatever, it's really, really decent. Yes, graphically, it's not a showcase by any means, and it's you know, it's going to be one of the weaker points, but oh my god. Let's see what we can do. He just slapped me. And I... Okay, this guy's a... Okay, we got him. Does he have a second phase or anything, or is that it? That's it. Good. Okay. Spells refer to techniques that utilize mana energy to generate various effects. Equip spells in the equipments menu to get additional aid in combats. Again, it costs mud energy, so yes. So it says when your sync rate is at level 2 or higher, your spells receive a greater overall bonus compared to the basic attack. When your sync rate is empty, you will not be able to cast any spells. Cool. Okay, so that's the railgun spell that we have now unlocked. Let's just try it out. Yeah, there we go. Just literally his ability. That's pretty cool that you get those from the character that you defeated. So I guess that's the first boss. I'm hoping I get to some sort of like rest point here so I can actually save, right? Is this a rest point? Talk.
Finally.
Okay.
A nascent blade.
Blader?
Yes. Thank you for helping.
The void.
Okay.
Here. Look, her lordship. Please.
Okay, I don't know if that's like a rest or a save point. I guess it's not. So I'll keep going for a bit. I mean, I may stop in a second because I just want to make sure I get the video done, because there's not really a lot more for me to say right here. Like, it graphically is good, right? It's fine. Like, it's not anything special, as I've said, but it's good for the, you know, a much smaller development studio who's made a very decent game like this. And yeah, I hope it gets a pro patch. It'd be good if this thing had an unlocked frame rate or whatever. Again, I'm going to skip through this because right now I'm just doing it for the video and I don't want to, you know, go crazy in terms of playing the game right now. But when I do play the game a little bit more, I will make a video, an updated video, talking about doing a Let's Talk video. So anyway, let's stop there for now, but please consider liking and subscribing if you've enjoyed this one. I personally have enjoyed this game so far. I'm actually really interested to dive into it, and when I've played a good like 10 hours, we will do a Let's Talk video where we deep dive into all that sort of stuff and a bit of a mini review and stuff. So we'll go from there anyway, but let's leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching. Leave it a like and subscribe if you are new to the channel, and I will see you in future videos. Bye bye for now.